When I started, I was a complete beginner. I had no experience in yoga whatsoever. I got told I should do yoga, but I never did it. But after doing it a couple of times and getting used to it, I now find it really peaceful.
I came from my first one, and now I'm doing my third course because I needed to keep going with the program, and each time I've learned a lot more.
This program's for, especially for men with no experience. And it's also broad enough and deep enough for people who are experienced. It's not just yoga or having a chat, but then the breath work and the chanting and the meditation and the yoga, it's a complete package.
12 months ago I had a major stroke. I had some physical issues with the stroke, but have come through it fairly well now. And being a pro golfer, it was very, very difficult to get back into the golf. But with Christian sort of doing some extra work with me, working on my flexibility more, but more importantly was the head side of it, is to accept the position that I'm in at the moment. As soon as I did that, my golf started to improve, so that was a great thing for me.
I get a lot of wisdom education from it. I also get the time to myself. I find myself so busy in my work life and running my business and in relationships, I actually go, when do I get time for me?
I think it's essential for men to do something like this. The benefits are certainly health and happiness. Mental health is improved. Certainly my fitness and my relationship with other people has improved as well.
The thing that I found most helpful in the men's yoga group was it's a safe space. And that safe space is a big deal. The ability to share your feelings and also hearing the stories of others is invaluable. But also the idea of men in a very similar mindset going through very similar challenges in all walks of life, I feel privileged to be part of.
Before joining Christian's 6-week mindfulness yoga program, I was lost, I was scared, honestly, I was disconnected, I didn't feel like I had community and I just had no direction. It was just really transformational for me to just join the program, clear my mind, clear my thoughts so I can actually live freer, live happier and actually have like a clear direction with where I'm going. So yeah, it's been the best thing that I could do.
And it's 2.5, 3 hours plus long, and I got to learn so much about myself, but I'm now creating real, genuine friendships that are coming in on a deep level.
The course has made me one of the most happiest I've ever felt in my entire life. And I've learned so much about myself. I've learned so much about the world. That last 5 minutes of the night, you know, and you're just in silence, in nothingness, and that's fantastic. That silence is just incredible.
I've learned a lot about being present, mindful, acceptance, and that's really helped me to not fight against the universe, just to go with the flow more in life, which makes me a calmer person.
I'd encourage anyone of any age to get involved with it. I think me being 69, I might have been the eldest guy doing it, but there's guys from early 20s right through to my age. So I'd recommend anyone to get into it because you not only pick up skills in yoga and stretching, but it also gives you some discipline that you sort of work with, and then with the meditation it really helps your well-being.
Have a good look at this and check it out. It's a great course. There's no script, it flows, but there is a structure and a lot of lessons, and he has a life journey and a lot of mentors and a lot of information and a lot of knowledge, but he imparts that so that we can learn it in an easy way to understand.
I joined this program because my wife, she convinced me to come to it, and I haven't looked back. I think it's absolutely fantastic and I will be recommending it.
I feel very lucky to have met Christian, and he's really put me on a good path, and it's affecting my family and the people around me in a positive way. And I'd highly recommend it to any man. Don't be afraid, take the first step and go on the journey.
The most important thing I learned about myself is that I'm okay, is that I'm actually quite a good guy, and that this idea of self-acceptance is probably the biggest challenge that I personally have had to face. And finally coming to the conclusion that I actually like who I am is probably the single most profound thing that's happened in my life, actually.